What's up, Pirates? Wraith here with Awaken TCG, and today we have another video. We're going to be going over OP07 Purple Yellow Croc versus Boa Hancock. Again, shout out to Aqua Card Games. Always have some good quality OP07 matches. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this on 2 times speed because it is a longer game. These, purple yellow games always kind of like to stall out. It's just the kind of deck it is, right? Play your big body, stall out, grind, kind of like, Queen. So here we have Boa going for a Perona turn 1. Such a great card in the deck. Being able to readjust your top 5 and draw exactly how you want, or on the other hand, you can just put those cards on the bottom if you don't like what you see, right? So you definitely have options. The Croc is just going to go ahead and swing 8 into the Boa. Nothing special, just get a life, making sure that hit goes through. And then the Boa is going to do the same thing back, but just attach onto the Perona, going 5k 6k. So pretty similar turns here. Just kind of swinging with all they're done. These kind of decks are both late game. The Croc swinging 5 and then playing him is all Sunday to get that ramp, right? So super good already on the Croc side, and he gets to draw with that ramp. Going 6k at the Croc, he's going to take that life, going down to 2, and he actually gets a trigger, and he plays it in order to ramp an active with that leader effect. So very smart there. Just playing his resources, gets to play that card out. Now on the other hand, we have the Boa going to play X-Drake to end their turn. Again, it's the same Perona effect, rearrange the top 5. You can draw what you want, or you can even send it to the bottom if you don't like what you see. So just playing very optimally, being able to see exactly what you want from the top 5 cards makes your turns just so much better. Here we have Croc on, it looks like 9 Dawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so Croc is now on 9 Dawn. He's going to Hiyori, take the bottom life, and he's going to play 1 on top, play the 5-drop Momonosuke, and going to play that Hiyori back on the top. So very efficient usage of their Dawn there. Boa still at 4 life though, and Croc being at 3 now. So here we're getting the ace, the blue drop ace being played here. So both of these, both of these decks are going at it, right? So very interesting. I'm not too familiar on all the crazy plays you could do in OP07 yet, but I know the meta is insane. So definitely like to go over some gameplay, kind of see what's going on, just to be familiar when we get there. X-Drake swinging 9k, putting the Croc back down to, oh no, they just blocked out with the Momonosuke. So nothing there for them, but now they're at 10 Dawn, so it's like a big play, right? So you can do some crazy stuff at 10 Dawn. Boa blocks out, gave a 1k, so now it's very interesting to see what he's actually going to do here. Croc doesn't really play 10 drops if I'm not mistaken. So there we go, there's the Yamato. Doesn't heal but gets a KO. Doesn't opt to swing with the Miss All Sunday. Probably not trying to give the Boa any cards in hand. There's the Mihawk. Boa gets the free draw, which is pretty insane. I love it. I think that it suits the deck well. Maybe it just needs a little bit more support. It's still a very good deck though. I think it's a very strong tier 2 deck, especially since Sakazuki right now is still unbanned. He's kind of just running rampant, and Nell as well. But we're getting reject banned, Sakazuki completely banned, so meta is going to shift very soon here in a couple of days. April 1st actually the bans go live for the East. So here the purple yellow Croc is going 5k 5k 9k, and he's going to play a Crocodile, leaving 1 Dawn open actually. So very interesting here. Potentially going to use that blue event to, or not blue event, the I think it's a purple event where you can use one of your cards as a blocker if I'm not mistaken. He's going to red rock the Croc, and he's going to draw a card, and now he's going to swing big at the Yamato, playing that event in order to target the 4 drop 2k there instead, keeping the Yamato alive. So I think that's a very good usage of that card. It keeps your big body alive. Boa very low on hands, I think 4 cards, potentially 5. Now the Croc has, full 10 Dawn, can go crazy again. Definitely can do some damage here. He can play another big body, so he's going to let that Mihawk die, which is very interesting because he did have a blocker. Now he's going 7 lead. He takes, and then he's just going to play a Kikunojo, which I think isn't terrible. I think that's fine, to be honest. You know, you went to 4 life because of the Croc, so I think the Kikunojo here is perfectly fine. It also baits out a, yeah, it baits out a bottom deck, so there we go. Bottom deck's the Kikunojo. Boa had that perfectly set up, you know, Sanji into Mihawk. Now you have to deal with these bodies on the board, which can get very, very hectic. So this is the type of stuff where it's like, whoa, you know, you kind of don't expect. OP07 has some crazy combos. Granted, that card is from OP06, but running it in an engine like Boa, where you can just pop a Mihawk right after and then draw a card as well, makes it feel so good, right? You just have so many options. Here we're going to swing 9k at lead, taking it. Then he's going to swing 11k at lead, blocking. Going to play a 3-drop. I'm not too sure what that card does exactly. He left 1 Dawn up, but that's probably a blocker. That's probably one of the OP07 cards I don't really fully know yet. So he's gonna swing at life. He's taking, plays a Kyuku off life, so that's gonna help go for game next turn. Boa kind of in some hot water here. Okay, playing Twister, but I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that is enough. Going at the Yamato, yeah, if you can just block this out, I think you'd win the game. So yeah, he has the block, and you know, it depends what the Boa has in hand. They do have a hefty hand, but I think you just have to go for it here. You're not really lasting another turn with the Mihawk on board and as well as a Sanji, so you know, just go for it. I think you have to here. Not much else to it, because there's no way you swing at those big bodies. You know, those just get countered out for free, if I'm being honest. You know, it's a free counter. You know, you swing 11, oh, it's a 2 and a 1. You know, it's like, you know, you swing 11 at life, okay, now they're taking. Now you can just go 13 with your leader. So I mean, 6 cards in hand on average, you can have like 1k per card, so he can block probably an 11, so I would just go 11k. Granted, I don't know how many 2ks Boa runs, but it doesn't seem like much. So this is one of those situations where I just go 11k, 13k, swing 11 with Yamato, hope they don't hit anything. Swinging 9 is throwing, in my opinion. I think you got to swing 11. I think you have to swing 11. You know, now your options are very, very limited. And plays a blocker. Oh, Hiyori. I mean, look, it's not the worst turn. It could be a lot worse. If you know what you have in hand, you have a Dawn up, they swing at your lead, you can just redirect, you know, to another unit. But it's not looking good. I'll tell you what. I'm not sure how many cards the purple yellow Croc has in hand. He's hiding them right now. But I mean, like, you're still in a rough spot even with that. Like, if you know what the trigger is, fine, but let's be honest. Okay, yeah, see, so that's just game over. Grabs a 2, I don't even know if that's 2k or not. Yeah, has the event, gets another one. If he has another one, that's kind of insane. I mean, that's so rough, right? So he's swinging, what is that, 6k? I'm not even sure what happened there at the end. Okay, so it looks like he didn't have it. So he just shows his cards in hand. He doesn't have the counter there for that 6k. That is the end of the match. So that was an insane game. I think if he has another, imagine if he has a 2k to block that, or like, you know, then he swings the rest on his Perona because that's all he can do, and then you have that event again. Such a broken and busted event. Being able to redirect and attack and use anything as a blocker just feels so nice. But that is gonna be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was very interesting. I think, like, I feel like I learned a lot. So I hope you guys can kind of see where our meta is kind of headed. It's just you know, a little more fast paced, a lot more big bodies. So I mean, you know, kind of it feels slower in terms of like, you know, we're not playing Rush Zoros, but it's more of like fast pace in the sense of, you know, the decks kind of play like, you know, how when you used to play with Whitebeard, when you play against the Whitebeard, you know, their life's going down, the game ends quick. Either they kill you or you kill them. It's kind of how these games go. You know, you play your big bodies, you know, the board gets flooded and it's just like, okay, who's gonna die first? Like who can, you know, withstand the pressure first. It's just pretty insane how the meta is developing. And I feel like, you know, we talked about power creep a lot more before, in terms of now. I feel like we're not talking about too much about power creep. I feel like they're definitely slowing down, you know, how fast they're ramping up the power levels of some of these cards. Granted, we are getting some pretty strong cards. I feel like this is more of like, you know, in OP03, OP04, we're starting to unfold it. We were talking about 05, 06, like, oh, you know, I think this power creep is getting out of hand. But obviously now we know that, you know, there's a couple of sets where it's just, you know, it's going to be easier, you know, not as power crept out. Like, obviously, yeah, you know, the new Rob Lucci is topping, the new Bonnie is topping, but Sakazuki and Anel are still running the meta. Granted, they're going to be, you know, out of the meta, not as much, but, you know, that gives a chance for other decks to step up. RP Law, you know, a bunch of great decks. So I'm excited for the future of this game. This game here just proved that, you know, they're not gonna have to worry about Sakazuki anymore. Potentially not an L either, since Reject is out. I'm not sure how those lists are gonna develop, because Ace is still a card and that's still a thing. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. We're so close to 5K subs, so if you guys can drop us a subscribe right now so we can start this giveaway and give you guys 5 OP06 booster boxes, that'd be amazing. Like this video, comment down below what your favorite OP07 leader is, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.